Hardee's Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Hardee's, Don Hudson Insurance, Muckadoos, Wicked Diesel, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Yes, good evening or good morning, everyone. I'm Jermaine Ferrell, hoping your day was wonderful and blessed. Thank you so much for staying up late with us after watching the Texas Rangers take Game 1 of the World Series in extras over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Welcome to Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, Week 10 of the high school football season. Highlights of a dozen games, and we kick off the action with our Game of the Week.
Now, the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, sponsored by Don Hudson Insurance.
Our Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week for Week 10 takes us to Independence in a battle of two strong Class 1 Mountain Empire teams. The Grayson County Blue Devils holding down the top playoff seed in Region 1C. They're 8-0 overall, 3-0 in the district, playing host to last year's Class 1 runners-up in the George Wythe Maroons, and fourth in Region 1C at 5-3 overall and 2-1 in district play. Now, George Wythe, they won the last 5 meetings, including last year in the regular season, 27-22, and in the Region 1C finals in Wytheville, 48-28. Now, Grayson County win, they clinch a share of the district title. A George Wythe win gives them a share of the district title. So let's go to Independence. A declaration there at Bill Strong Field. We're going to get the party started. The Maroons in the red zone. Tandem Smith is going to keep it in himself, gets it in. The extra point being missed, so it's 6-0. Grayson County trying to get something going, but they fumble the ball away, and George Wythe's Trey Sparks gets it there. The Maroons still with the 6-0 lead, and the Blue Devils trying to respond again, but the turnovers would plague them like a bakery there. They're going to fumble that away, and George Wythe's Dylan Sisk, he gets the recovery. The Maroons now up 9-0 in the fourth. Braden Rainey, he's going to carry that into the zone. That's a touchdown. George Wythe up 16-0. Later on a 4th and 13. Yeah, we see you. We got you. On a fake punt, Tandem Smith takes it. Oh, he throws it over and guess who it is? It's BR. Braden Rainey. He's going to make it rain. Takes it to the house. George Wythe up 23-0. That's the final there. Grayson County getting knocked from the ranks of the unbeaten. George Wythe gets it done 23-0. Ryan Moye has more on the game from Bill Strong Field.
Well, for tonight's Game of the Week, George Wythe was able to put some points on the board early, and in the fourth quarter, they used a little bit of trickery to find the end zone as well, but it was really their defense that carried them through this entire contest to secure the win.
Man, I just thought we played great defensively, was able to make some adjustments. I was worried about the quarterback and receivers all week because, man, they're good. They are. They're really good. And our kids came out and made plays, and, we just had the better night tonight.
We take pride in our defense and just playing every play. Don't give up any big plays and just keep playing.
Especially beating an 8-0 team, undefeated team, coming in here thinking we're the underdog and just smack them like this, holding them to 0 points. That's pretty good.
We're going to see them again, probably. They're one of the better teams in our region, so if we're going to make it anywhere, we're going to have to come through here again. And just like last year, they're going to come out and forget about this and then play us tough. So we just got to focus on the next one and get rolling.
We had a tough 3 games at first, and then we just bounced back and just kept going. Just know that we can beat anybody on our schedule and just keep going from here and just throwing out from here.
It's hard to start the season 0-2 and get beat like that, like you did, and keep your kids to, stick with it. And then, Galax, we had a horrible game. They had a great game. And for our kids to just stick with me, because I'm a very demanding person, that says a lot about them and their character, so I'm just blessed to have them.
Well, because of that defense, they were able to hand the Grayson County their first loss of the season. The Maroons improved to 6-3 overall. In Independence, Ryan Moye, WFXR Sports.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Staying in Region 1C, the Mountain Empire. Galax with that 5th spot taking on Fort Chills. Well, the 6th game started the second half, 28-0 Pioneers. Pioneers not much on the ground, but Galax. Tedron Tucker's going to get the interception, goes to the house. Galax is adding up 35-7. And then about 5 minutes left in the third. It's going to be Leighton Kennedy for the Pioneers. He's going to get a touchdown there, but Galax, they get the win tonight over Fort Chiswell, 42-27. Radford Bobcats looking to go 10-0 in the regular season for the first time since they did in '86. Taking on the Carroll County Cavaliers. It looked like a lifesaver there. Anyway, Carroll County bringing the force, but it wouldn't be there for them. Radford's William DeHart Lewis, the law firm, gets it in for his first TD of the night. Then less than 10 seconds in the quarter, Landon Clark, who just committed to Elon, hooks up with Luke Woodard with the touchdown. It's now 13-0 Radford. In the second quarter, it's Landon Clark. Elon is getting a great quarterback their way. He's going to go to Eli Long, and he's going to go in for the short score, kind of sort of touchdown. Radford up 21-0. They complete the 10-0 regular season, shutting out Carroll County 56-0. In the Dogwood, a battle for first, Gretna Hawks with the second playoff spot in Region 2C, taking on the Chatham Cavaliers in this battle. Meanwhile, how about this play by Gretna's Melvin Wooden? The fourth to Zamarion Younger. He gets it into the red zone. And then Younger is going to be older here, calls his own number, gets it in for the touchdown. 6-0 Gretna after the missed two-point conversion. To the second quarter, Wooden is going to do some dancing. He's a dancing machine, and he's going to air it over to the side, and Abare gun. He is going to get it going to the outside. Go to the outside, young fella. You got one. He's going to outrun the official. He did it. Runs it in for the touchdown. It's 12-0 Hawks. The combo was so good, like a Hardee's combo, the number 3 to number 4. It's so good. Let's do it one more again. Touchdown there. Wooden the gun. It's 20-0 at the half on the two-point conversion. The Hawks soared to a big win tonight, 44-7. Coming up on Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with Week 10 action, we take a tour of the Blue Ridge. David DeGuzman was over at Colonel Stadium for a key matchup with Playoff Implications. William Fleming taking on Franklin County. Stick and stay, please.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week. To the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on WFXR. Time to get it on.
Welcome back, good peeps, to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. My man, 100 grand. David DeGuzman in the house. And David, you have highlights over from Colonel Stadium for a key game with playoff implications.
Yeah, good Saturday morning, Jermaine. Not only is this a Blue Ridge District battle, but this is a key game in determining who will make the playoffs. Both Franklin County and William Fleming competing in Region 5C. The Eagles sitting in 8th, entering tonight. The Colonels in 10th. The top 8 make the postseason. 50th meeting between these two Blue Ridge District teams, and both teams trying to bounce back from losses in Week 9. The second half was about winning the turnover battle. Eagles down by 7, facing third down. Jacob Mullins' throw intercepted by Omarza Gray. Colonels unable to cash in, though, on the free drive. The Eagles, though, wouldn't be so lucky on this play. Ryder Gardner looking to throw for the Eagles. He's picked off by Giovanni Gonzalez. The sophomore finds the corner of the end zone for the score. The pick six puts Fleming up 14-0. The Eagles trying desperately to stay in this game. Malachi Coleman coughing up the football. JT Lomax falls on top of it to give Franklin County possession, but the football gods giveth, and Omarza Gray taketh away his second interception of the second half, putting the Colonels back in business and starting a drive that extends into the fourth quarter. And here, Jaden Robinson grabs the rock, gets it over the goal line for the score. William Fleming taking a 21-0 lead, and that ends up being your final math. Colonels beat the Eagles in a key Region 5C showdown, blanking Franklin County 21-0. Let's head up north to Daleville. Lord Botetourt hosting Northside. The Cavaliers have won the last 6 meetings. First quarter, the Vikings about to punt. The snap gets away, and Jakari nicely comes up with the hit. Bang! And Cody McConaughey says, hey, I've got it. Recovers the ball in the end zone, and of all the ways to score, that's certainly one of them. Cavaliers taking a 14-0 lead. The Vikings do not get shut out in this game, though. Angel Rigney gets out of the pocket and finds Riker Workman, who does some work there. Nice grab in the back of the end zone for the score. Northside cutting LB's lead in half, but that gives fuel to the fire within. Tristan Overbay breaks free. A foot race to the end zone. The junior gets tripped up just short of the goal line, but nicely is able to finish the job with the touchdown on the QB keeper as LB goes on to win over Northside 48-21 the final. So to close out the regular season next week. Lord Botetourt heads to Franklin County, where the Eagles still mathematically have one final shot to try and make the playoffs. It's tall order there, though, with how well the Cavaliers seem to be playing right now. And meanwhile, Fleming will end the regular season at Stanton River. Jermaine?
Thank you so much, David. Great work as always. We're going to stay in the Blue Ridge. It is the War on 24. The Williamsburg Terriers, perfect in district play, hosting those Stanton River Golden Eagles as 14 miles of Highway 24 roadway separate the two schools. Bird trying to end a two-game losing streak to the River. Big crowd for tonight's game at Bird, as it was senior night. Terriers up 27-0, and Stanton River trying to climb back, but the Eagles, Brady Barnes, trying to make a hammer of the scramble there. The ball pops loose. Terriers, Jedi English recovers it. They have it around the 11. The student section, they would love the turnover party, but Lane Shoemaker is going to shine his way into the zone. But the Terriers, they get it done tonight over the Eagles. They clinch a share of the district title, 34-6 over Stanton River. Coming up, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Guess what we have? We have so much going on. We have our last batch of highlights from the River Ridge and Seminole. We have our Player of the Week, and the Salem Spartans getting a special honor. Ryan Moye also has our Player of the Week segment. Stick and stay, please.
And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Hardee's Fan Cam. Sponsored by Hardee's. Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on WFXR. Time to get it on.
And we're back with more Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Time for a trip to the River Ridge District, as over at Salem Stadium, the Spartans on a 7-game winning streak hosting a Christiansburg team they've beaten the last 12 times. A Salem win, they clinch the district outright. A Blue Demons win, and they clinch at least a share of the district title. The Salem senior class having a coat drive. You got into the game free if you brought a new or gently used coat, with the coach going to Mrs. Dorsey's clothes closet in Salem. Speaking of drives, Salem, they were driving early and often. Senior running back Peyton Lewis showing why he's going to Tennessee. He is Knoxville bound, but he's end zone bound on an 11-yard score. Salem goes on top, and the Spartan enjoyed that. Salem not done, however. How about quarterback Eli Taylor? It's going to go through the air. George Noloff, the shooter on this game, got faked out a little bit, but he found just enough time. Josiah Moyer knits over the 25-yard score and strike. And Salem, they gets it done. They are the River Ridge District champs, 49-10 wins over Christiansburg. Now, a special honor for a pair of Salem football players, as Tennessee Volunteer commit Peyton Lewis, Georgia Bulldogs commit Chris Cole this week got their Under Armour next All-American jerseys to play in the game in January. Now, they are the first Salem players to get the opportunity to participate in the game, and both Lewis and Cole are excited to play in this big game.
You know, it means everything to me. You know, coming up from somewhere where I thought I would never be given this opportunity is just, it's crazy for me. You know, sophomore year having my injuries, never thought I'd be in this position, and now I'm here. So, you know, now I can just take it one step at a time.
Like, it means a lot to me, really. Just my whole life. I always work hard, like in school, and just also in sports too. And I used to just always just watch people go to Under Armour game, and now I'm gonna be playing in it. So just a blessing.
Now, the Under Armour next All-American game is on Wednesday, January the 3rd at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Special night over at Patriot Stadium. Not only was it senior night for Patrick Henry's home finale against Blacksburg, PH honored and recognized the school's only state football championship team, as it was the 1973 PH team. They won the VHSL Group 3A state football title, going 13-0. Meanwhile, this year's version of the Patriots looking good. Marcel Murray with the 1-yard TD scamper at 6-0 PH after the missed kick. Marcel Murray, he's like M&M's. He's going to melt in your mouth, not in your hand, with a sweet 10-yard score. 12-0 PH after the missed 2-point conversion. PH quarterback Seth Shepard going to the air, hooking up with Carson Derry, playing like his dad, Walt, breaking tackles like his daddy, going into the zone for the 42-yard score, 19-0 PH, and then they weren't done. Shepard to Isaiah Swain with the 9-yard score. PH goes to 8-1 on the year with a 62-0 win over Blacksburg. Our last River Ridge stop is over at Bogle Stadium. Hidden Valley Titans hosting the Pulaski County Cougars. Pulaski got 28-13 at the recess, but the Titans quarterback, it's Braden Moore. He's going to drop back, but the Cougars defense was tough. Noah Hinckley for the sack. But then on the other end, Cougars offense was good. Trevor Gallimore is doing it all like he does here. 7-yard scores, 28-6. Cougars. But the Titans would get their air game back here. How about Moore going to the air, hooking up with Jackson Getz with the touchdown. He has a reservation for 6 in the zone. 28-13 Cougars. And Pulaski, they get the win tonight over Hidden Valley, 41-19. Well, on to the Seminole District for one of our big rivalry games from City Stadium in Lynchburg for the Jug Bowl between Heritage and EC Glass. And the Pioneers have controlled things as of late in this series. Winners of the last 5 and 12 of 13 over the Hilltoppers. So we start the second half off. It was 7-6, Glass with the lead. So we're going to go to the third down, and Glass, Jamarion Kittrell. He's going to call his own number. He's going to run a little bit, trying to get to the outside, but he's just going to be stopped a little bit short on the first down, and that would lead to this. How about Will Paycott is going to nail a 22-yarder, and the lead is extended to 10-6. Later in the same quarter, the Pioneers' Aiden Slash is going to drop back. He's going to get an EC Glass supersized cup of Haterade interception. Slash is picked back by Tavion Carter. He's going to take it to the house. He has a convoy, 70 yards, making it 17-6, and that was the final score. After 5 seasons, Glass, they get the Jug back. They beat Heritage 17-6. Meanwhile, our final highlight comes from Stinger Stadium, where the Brookville Bees take on the undefeated Liberty Christian Bulldogs. LCA starting inside their own 30. Watch this play here. How about Jeb Boone? He's going to pass it to Dalton Nesselrote. He's going to take it down the sideline. Now keep your eye on the ball. Eye on the ball. The ball is going to pop out a little bit, but guess who's there? One of his buddies right there, as Nate Noodle is going to take it into the house, 7-0 LCA. And then how about Elijah Hutcherson is going to go to the air, hook up with Jaden Miller, but Nesselrote's there for the interception, and he's going to take it down the sideline. That's going to set up Elijah Castaneda. He's going to run that into the house. LCA goes to 8-0 with a 49-6 win over the Bees.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, sponsored by Wicked Diesel.
Well, this week's athlete didn't just get the job done on the ground, but through the air as well. He threw for over 220 yards and 3 scores, and he also ran it in for 3 touchdowns as well. So count that, 6 touchdowns in total in his team's 55-38 win over Fort Chiswell last Friday. And guess what? He's your player of the week.
Tatum Smith, quarterback, Georgia Wythe High School. We just had to hit Fort Chiswell on all cylinders. We knew that we couldn't just go to one thing. We had to hit them everywhere because they're a good, versatile team. Felt pretty good through the whole game. Like, we were consistent, we kept doing our things. But the main thing was just the penalties that was holding us back. The season's been pretty fun. It's been fun, a new wave of kids, and just how the old people left, and now we got these new kids trying to come up and step into their shoes. It just feels like a new team, basically, but we still got our same mindsets as last year. We want to win. It's positive mindsets.
And what does it mean to you when you put that Maroons jersey on?
It means the world. It means it's time for business. It feels weird being a senior already because, you know, my freshman year we were COVID season. We only had, 7, 8 games, if that. So it just flew by pretty quick. I just try to build on what I've already done, you know. I can't go over the top and have too much expectation for myself. I just got to do what I got to do. It means you got to go your hardest, got to put your heart into it. It's been great, you know, speaking of Coach Horner, he's helped us so much, developed, and just got us where we need to be. I mean, he's the best, as I know. He's the best coach I've ever had. He's so smart. He breaks plays down, you know, frame by frame, and he knows what he's talking about. Coming up with Coach Horner the last 4 years and Coach Hensley and all the other coaching staff, we've just got this bond, and we just help each other out any way we can.
What legacy do you kind of want to leave here at George Wythe?
Being the best number 15. I just want to be the best I could be.
Thanks so much, Ryan. We're going to put a wraps on our Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. We have our unsung heroes plus our play of the night. Stick and stay, please.
And now, the Macadit Play of the Night, sponsored by McAdoo's.
Our Macadit Play of the Night, special teams. Look at Jakari Nicely. Vikings trying to punt the ball. Jakari Nicely with the hit. Cody McConaughey with recovery. That's our Maca did it. Play of the night, courtesy of Lord Bata.
And now, it's Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Unsung Hero, celebrating those who keep the game moving. Sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Our unsung heroes is the 1973 Patrick Henry State Football Championship team. We're going to have a feature story on them coming up. They're a dominating team. You'll see them on our Friday Night Blitz show. Where, folks, that does it for this edition of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. We are going to see you next week for the regular season finale. I'm Jermaine Ferrell. Hope all of your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend and night, everybody.